Welcome back to another episode of More to the Story.
Yeah.
More to the Story. No. I am Farron Moore, and I am back with my good friend.
I got demoted from one podcast to the next, from
Wait,
one
what
episode
happened?
to the next.
Oh, to bestie, because I didn't want to use the exact same words.
You and your fucking husband. No, let's really get into it. Because every
Ooh,
time
tell us how
y'all
you feel.
motherfuckers introduce me, it changes depending on who you talking to. I was bestie last episode, and then I ain't my good friend. And then that raggedy nigga you married go introduce me to a group of people, and he called me his wife's best friend. Like his ugly ass don't call me just as much, if not more, than you do. Fuck y'all. Sick of this
Okay,
shit.
well, I refuse to take blame for what he's doing, but also get
You
off
married
his
it.
back.
You married it. It's yours too.
I refuse to take blame for what he's doing, but also get off my baby's back.
Whatever. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell him. You married it. It's your
We
fault.
are two totally separate people. With that being said, we are a united front. And
Fuck both of y'all.
no, it's just adjectives. You know who you are to us.
No more to the story.
Back with bestie,
No, I don't want
Ayo
it.
Cherry, ayahuasca cherry tenenbaum, ayahuasca McGillicuddy,
We can move on.
ayahuasca
I don't want any more names.
Marie Antoinette.
I'm mad that that one got me.
Okay, yeah. We back. Thank you for joining me again.
Thank you for having me again, Winch.
Oh, yeah. And this today.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all. This episode is coming out, just came out after Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
So
friend.
happy Mother's Day, y'all.
To all the
my mamas
mothers. Yes.
out there.
Yes, the day this came out, my mama is fresh off getting on my nerves because she is
Fresh
in
off.
town. Hey, Vera.
Oh,
Yes. By the time y'all see this, my mother will be in LA and I will be ready to put her ass on the plane.
yo, mine's coming soon too.
Yeah.
For the kids'
Mama visit.
graduation.
Mama visits.
Mama visit.
Yes. Always happy to see them. Quickly reminded why you no longer lived at home.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly reminded.
We used to be able to like stretch out her visits for like a week, and now we'd be like, well, you got 4 days. You got 4 days.
Sweet Vera is given a week. She wants 2. No one has space for 2. We don't have space nor the money to put her up for 2. So a week is where we are right now. And much to her, she does not enjoy it. No.
Mm.
She's not happy about it, but it's okay.
Much to her chagrin.
That's what I was about to say. And for whatever reason, the word chagrin completely left my mind. And I was like, much to her, she does not enjoy it. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing my sweet shouldered Vera.
I'm looking forward to bringing her ass to your house. I am.
I'm like a mama whisperer with other folks'
Dog,
mamas.
my mama, Lonzo's mama, or Lonzo and Brandon's mama,
Right.
loves you.
Yep. Amani's mama liked me too.
I did whisper Amani's mama. She does love me.
Mm-hmm.
She felt very taken care of with her gluten-free pancake. She was very happy.
Yes. Glorious.
Speaking of Mother's Day,
Mm-hmm.
I am completely in awe all times by you people and what you've accomplished. You know, the ruining of the vaginal canal, the carrying prior to that. Ugh. The ability to maintain this parasite for almost 18 years.
Oh my God.
I know I can't. We're gonna start getting all emotional about it. And I haven't even known it that long. The ability to keep it alive, the ups, the downs. Like I think all of us can relate to
Sometimes
being an
it's so
absolute
hard.
asshole to your mother, and being like, you know what they have to go through, and then you remember being an absolute total spoiled brat.
Yeah.
Especially me, 'cause I was the only
so
child.
hard to not kill it sometimes.
I understand. However, for those of us who have chosen to keep our vaginas intact, I personally, yes, I'm going to phrase it like that. I personally think it's fucked up that my man's family is doing a Mother's Day fish fry
Mhm.
And they were like, "Oh, no." Initially, they said, "All the ladies take it easy. The men are gonna do everything." I was like, "Okay, cool." Right after that text went out to my man's family and me, his uncle then said, "Ask Io what size she wants to make." And I said, "Oh, I thought the ladies didn't do nothing." He said, "Oh, no, all the mothers."
Oh, sir.
Bitch, bitch, wait a minute. Why do I have to cook? Because and then my man's grandma was like, "I mean, I think y'all should have kids anyway." First of all, bitch, even if we do, they ain't gonna be here next week. They not gonna and furthermore, I have 36 plants. Does that count for nothing? And before you get an attitude, I have managed to keep them alive and you cannot. So fuck you. Because for the most part, your child was self-sufficient at one point. My plants have never been self-sufficient. And they never will be.
Your plants do not count as children.
They count as my children. Don't why does my experience not matter? All moms matter. All moms matter. I am a plant mom. My plants are not only alive, but they are thriving. I know so
Mm,
many mothers who cannot say that about their offspring.
mm.
I have done more for my plants than I know some people's mothers have done for them.
True though. This bitch got a grow light. She
I have
like
3 grow lights.
her whole place is like designed
Dedicated.
around where her plants need and will get the best light. And then it's like, okay, the furniture will fit around this.
Yeah. And now we've been in the winter,
And
so
you
we
have
have the
36?
humidifiers. Yeah, we have the
You
humidifiers growing.
you've gotten like 14 plants since we met.
Nah, man.
You started off like in the like low 20s.
Yeah, man.
How you gonna say no this?
Yeah, man. I am a
Uh,
successful plant parent, so I don't understand why my life doesn't matter when I have seen people who have children kill multiple plants.
fuck you.
So just because you are plant Casey Anthony does not mean that my
Yo!
experience doesn't matter. I said what I said.
I just killed my plant and then went out.
Actually, yes, that's probably what you did. Or you went out while they were just at your house dying. I have video proof that you went on vacation while one of your plants needed to be in the
This bitch
ICU.
called me Plant Casey Anthony.
I stand by that.
Wow. So
I took her plants to my house and rehabbed them.
she did.
I
And
rehabbed
she
them. It
brought
took 2 to 3 weeks. I got them back healthy. I was like, okay, you should be good. And they went home and then they still died. They still died.
My ZZ plant still thriving though. That bitch is strong.
Yeah, you're right. And then when I said, why don't you get something low maintenance, more your speed, like a snake plant? I don't like snake plants.
Snake plants are ugly.
They're not ugly. And
They
you might
belong
actually
in,
be
like,
able to keep
doctor's
it.
offices.
Well, they should belong places that they can live.
Rude. Anyway, how we go on this whole rant
Because I got
about
told I had to cook because my vagina is still intact.
well, that's just what you like to call it, but
Yeah, that's what I call
you
it. I
do
know
know
it
not,
goes back.
and you do know not all births are through the vagina.
Oh God, but yeah, we not even talk about that. Please. We could go all day about what
You
mothers go through.
disgusted.
It is so disgusting. And even as an only child, spoiled brat myself, I am disgusted at children's audacity after this person has gone through so much to either bring you into this world or get you into their home and take care of you. Like, I was adopted. That means that woman really wanted a baby. Like,
She was thirsty.
all of that is, I mean, God bless y'all.
She was thirsty for
I
a
admire
baby.
it. I admire it. I do. I
Yeah.
just don't want to.
It's a lot of it's a
It's a
lot.
thankless job
It's a lot.
a lot of times until they turn like when I was about 24, 25, I really got it. And I was like, Mama, I am so sorry.
Really?
I still apologize to her. I am so sorry for how I was when I was like 17, 18.
Man.
I used to like threaten to figure out how to emancipate myself because I couldn't get my way. I was like, I'm going to apply for emancipation. She was like, good.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. She's like, you're 17, you dumbass. By the time it goes through, you'll be 18.
I was thankful For my mom early on, and now I feel like I've reached that part of my life where I'm like, "Yo, she should be apologizing to me now." 'Cause it's, like, so much stuff
Yeah.
that I feel like I had to unlearn before I
Mm.
could parent my kid
Whew.
properly,
Yeah.
and so it's like, "Man, not
Yeah.
all the tools you gave me was good tools, G."
Yeah. I'm definitely on that journey now where I struggle to admit that, like, some things weren't the best.
Yeah.
Or, like, things that you've developed as coping mechanisms happen because, like, sometimes the
Yeah.
things done or said wasn't the best, but they were doing the
You
best
doing the
they
best?
could with
Yeah,
what
with
they
what they
had,
had, yeah.
and I know for my mother specifically, there were certain things from her upbringing that she, like, was not having with me, and
Mhm.
I think there was a lot of focus on that, so it's up to me, like,
Yeah.
as the next one, like, "Okay, I see you where your focus was, and
Mhm.
you succeeded, and not
Yes.
passing on those things, but then there's, like, all this other shit over here, you
Yeah.
coulda did something about all that."
Same, same. My mom was, like, fiercely protective of us, especially when as it pertained to, other men
Same.
in her life and stuff. So, like, she was like, "Nope, no one," because of some experiences she had as a child.
Mhm.
So, she was like, "Absolutely not. No." And now she's dating and about to move in with a nigga.
She finna move in with him? Get the
Yes! Bitch, happy
wait,
Mother's
wait,
Day.
okay, we finna have to pause the
Val
show. Sweet
Val
Val.
is moving in. Me and my
I'm finna
sister
get my mama a man so hard, y'all.
Me
I
and my
want Vera to
sister
have a
gave
man so
her, like, a
bad.
tiny hard time about it, though, because it's like, "Yo, we raised you better than
She
that. You
shacking up. She shacking
shacking
up.
up. You shacking up. You out here playing house." Um, but no, it was, not you clutching your pearls. But yeah, she out
Sweet
here.
Val.
Sweet Val out here. She got a man, honey. Shantae got a man at home. Listen.
I'm trying to get Vera, man. Y'all, I'm finna put Vera on Facebook dating soon as she gets to LA.
Yo.
She don't even know.
Tell her to post just like a little
Oh, that
clip
soft
clip
shoulder.
of that soft shoulder. Just do this. They gonna be like,
Girl.
"Ooh."
Girl. Vera love being like, men tell me all the time they like my skin. I was like, yes, bitch, and I'm trying to get you to give something to somebody.
Oh, they said they clutching their pearls too. Yes, Val is out
Yes,
here
Val
in these
has a
streets. We
man,
got we gonna
honey.
bring Val back in here so she got some Spaining to do.
I'm gonna come sit in the corner and just watch Val.
Sweat under the hot seat.
The spicy Val. You find out. Anyway,
Yes. Okay. Now to these court games or whatever. We got our Happy Mother's Day-ness out the way.
happy Mother's Day, and don't take offense to the vagina comment. I know they snap back. I've seen enough of them. I know they go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
year be rough though, bro.
So, um, so it don't be too rough though. All them damn, what do they call them? Irish twins. Folks be getting pregnant
Girl, when they
again.
face 6 weeks, they mean it. Close your legs, sis.
Look, you want what you want. The heart wants what it wants.
Yeah, but
baby.
your body don't want that right after. Bang, da bang, da bang. But I
Right.
understand wanting to get it out the way too, hell.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Hood twins. Wait, hood twins is 2 different women, though, ain't it?
Yeah, hood twins is 2 different women. They just
Well,
both of them was pregnant by the same man at the same time.
Well, the 6 weeks is for the woman, not the man. So.
Right. Okay. We are going to pull out the "We've never but we will" cards again. I don't think we mixed in the
We've never, but we
ones,
will.
the other ones. So, ayahuasca, I'll let you choose first, and I will ask you a question. We have fun and games and toys, fantasy and role play, location, and edibles and other indulgences. Erotic edibles.
Fantasy and role play.
Ooh, do you guys do fantasy things?
You know we do, Bishop. Ask me questions you know the answer to on this podcast.
No, do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh. We've never pretended that one of us is in heat. Oh, do y'all do animal stuff?
In heat. Oh, I mean, does the leash count as technically animal stuff? Because I mean, animal stuff is like, no. And no, we do not. I just recently met a dom who was explaining that she has a kitty. I told you about this.
Mhm.
And her kitty's fetish is full pet play. Like she's a legitimate cat when she look at her. there's an adult litter box involved. She is a full cat. And so to that extent, no.
Okay. But any no primal things you don't.
I asked if the leash doesn't count, then no. I mean, that's about as,
Oh.
we do that. I guess that would be considered a little bit of DDLG, but that's still not fantasy play as far as animals go, no.
What's a DDLG?
Daddy dom little girl.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But in my house, little girl is just the behavior, not an age group.
Gotcha.
Just
Yes,
saying, for my comfort level.
yes. Understood. But yeah, so you never pretended that one of you was in heat. Okay.
No.
What does an animal in heat look like?
I mean, I've seen it on dogs, and it's not cute, so I don't know.
What does it look like?
When they're always humping everything,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they like be all
Yeah, I've
swollen and
seen
stuff.
that. Yeah. Okay, I have seen that. I didn't know that. That's what I didn't know. Thanks.
Right.
Oh shoot, no, you were supposed to pick one.
And was
There you go.
for you?
Yeah.
This one you want?
Uh-huh.
Nunca hemos.
Why you gotta be a stupid heifer?
dado
Why you gotta be dumb?
con final feliz. We've never given each other massages with happy endings. Well, y'all have never. Have you? I actually don't know the answer to that.
Massages with happy endings. Like that wasn't the idea. So I want to say no because that wasn't the original plan.
But if
that's
it
just what
happened.
happened.
So yes.
Yeah, but still, like it's one thing to like this the plan, let's massage into a sexy time.
Mm-mm.
You don't like that?
Girl, you did it.
Oh,
It said, have you
Okay.
ever given a massage with happy ending? You have.
Okay.
Regardless of if you went in there trying to be like not
Because
a whore
then
and
I
then you
would
turned into a
set up
whore.
Shut the
That's like
fuck
saying
up.
I've never had a one night stand because I didn't go in there meaning to smash. Like
No, I was thinking more like it actually setting the mood and the scene for the massage to lead into something else. This was like legit.
that's hotter.
My back hurt. And then wait, this turned me on. Let's
That's hotter.
touch my inside parts.
And call my name.
Okay.
That's a terrible movie.
I don't remember it. That's the only part I remember from the entire movie.
Yeah. I mean, that was enough for me.
Really?
I don't think I've ever been more disturbed as a child with that scene.
Really?
Ugh.
Okay. Let me stop quoting it because I don't even know what happens. I know it's a dark movie, but I don't really remember anything other than that.
I just remember the red scene with her and Danny Glover, I believe. And it's all red and like they're clearly doing it, but they don't really show that they're doing it. It's like all demonic-y and stuff.
Was Danny Glover in that or was that Samuel Jackson?
I thought it was Danny Glover. I don't know. I could be wrong. But he'd be going like, beloved. Like he says but he does.
I sure hate it. What'd he say, Fred?
Beloved. He said all slavey. Like,
slavey? Wait, that was kind of back in the Color Purple days, though, so it wasn't too far off. Shit.
I think it might be beloved. It's Danny Glover, yeah.
Oh my God. Why do I remember Danny Glover in that? Why don't I remember Danny Glover in that?
I don't know, because that was the worst part to me. I was like, first Mr., now this.
Yeah,
she said it is Danny Glover.
Thank you, Cocoa
Nasty.
Puff.
Nasty. Such a disturbing movie.
Okay, get a...
Oh, me pick.
Yes.
I guess I'll do the one I know I'm gonna say no anyway, but erotic edibles and other indulgences.
You gonna say no?
Yeah, I don't. Food in my cooch? No, thank you.
Yeah, you gonna say no.
Yeah.
You ever use condiments during oral sex?
Like ever in life or with my current partner?
Ever in life.
Oh, then yes.
Condiments like what? Ketchup?
No, first of all, bitch, fuck you. Wait, chocolate sauce as a condiment?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done like the chocolate, and when you're like young and experimenting, you saw it on what is that? Don't Be a Menace, where he put the hot sauce on her toast.
I never watched that.
It's so fucking it's disgusting because she has like jack feet, and she has like bunions and stuff. So he does it, and then he goes,
ew.
Like it's disgusting. He literally starts hacking something up after like a toast. It's so fucking nasty.
It sounds like it.
Hilarious. Yeah, I did it when I was younger. Not now, because Ed would literally never. He'd be like, don't put that shit on me. He does
Right.
not like
He
that. He
doesn't
does
like
not
stuff
like
like that.
skin things on his skin.
Um,
That's why he all soft and smooth, like a baby's bottom.
I remember one time in high school, me and my boyfriend bought some edible panties for me.
Yeah, they're like sticky, right?
They were gross and
Extremely
sticky.
sticky. I've done that.
And yeah, no one told me I should probably be waxed or shaved before I did that. So I literally had to
No.
sit in hot water and
Let it dissolve.
let it dissolve and get it out of my
Oh,
fucking
sticky coochie.
coochie hair.
Sticky coochie. Oh, sticky coochie fan.
Girl, I was like, this is stupid. But I was a dumb teenager. I'm not even sure we paid for them. We may have stolen them from Spencer's or some shit. But
I mean, honestly, yes.
but yeah, it was like, oh well, live and you learn. This is gross.
I don't think I ever put them on. I just remember touching them and being like, these are so sticky.
Yeah, no, we tried the whole put them on thing and it did not go well. And I have never tried it again ever since. I was like, it ruined it
Or
for
the
me.
flavor. Do you remember the flavored condoms?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a caramel one that I thought was absolutely delicious. I was like, damn, this is good.
Really?
Yeah.
When recently?
No, fuck no.
Oh.
Again. Well, condoms. Who? I mean, not with me.
Yo.
Not with me.
Well, you know what? It just reminds me
Don't tell me nasty.
What? No.
Don't tell me nasty.
No, it was just a video I saw today. I think Sex with Ashley, Ashley Cops posted it. This girl, she didn't say what she contracted or anything.
Oh, I did see. I didn't listen to it.
No, I listened to it and she's bawling her eyes out and was like she had sex with somebody. She didn't say whether it was protected or unprotected because I mean, hell, you get STDs from protected sex, but it's she was just saying that she had sex with somebody and now she has to live with whatever it is for the rest of her
Oh, really?
life.
Ashley said STI, so I thought it was one of the lesser ones.
I don't know. She didn't specify in the video.
Yeah, I have a close friend that is their story too.
Really?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I have to, live with this for the this is gonna change my life." But it was just so sad and she was so heartbroken and it was like people in the comments. It was a whole thing. Them comments, some of y'all are very fucked up individuals.
Yeah,
The
because some people be
comments
like,
were
that's what you
nasty.
deserve.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Some
And they
people
follow
were
Sex with Ashley?
really nasty about it and was blaming her. And I'm like, yo, if the person didn't disclose this, then
And the thing is, I think people always associate that kind of stuff with promiscuity, but
no.
it's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It can take one time, and that is the rest of your life. I
Yeah.
actually, being on the apps and stuff, I actually really love how open people are about having I think the acronym is HSV1.
Oh,
When they
okay.
herpes, simplex,
Yeah.
something 1 or 2 or whatever.
Mhm.
I actually love that people are open about it because it's and they'll say haven't had an outbreak in this long. I haven't da da da, and they're very open about it.
Mhm.
And I think that's good because at least you're saying something.
Right.
And they actually have apps for people with it too, which
Mhm.
I think is super great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it could be a one-time thing, and that's the rest of your life.
The rest of your life. Yeah, so it was just the comments were so nasty and I was like,
Oh, I'm so
that's
glad I didn't read them.
and I mean, a lot of people got it and was like, that sucks and just the civil obligation. I think it may be depending on where she is, she could press charges.
Good.
So but yeah,
But then it's
she
also
said
an admittance, depending on what it is. Is that worth putting yourself on Front Street?
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so definitely thoughts and everything going out to her because that sucks. That
sucks.
baby looked devastated. But yeah, I saw that in my little timeline today and I was like, oh my God.
I'm glad I didn't listen to it because that one messed me up.
Did I do another one?
I think we need one more for sure. We did 3. You pick one more.
I guess fun and games and toys. Is that what I did last time? I don't know what I did.
You've never played leapfrog naked together. Why does that feel like something you and Tia have done?
No, we haven't. Maybe we should.
Y'all should.
Leapfrog?
We're way too tall for that, but y'all should.
Your ceilings are high though.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. It's
Okay.
a lot of legs and arms everywhere.
Right. People under you gonna be like, we have an earthquake. Tall asses.
Trying to jump over each other. Somebody's gonna be hurt.
Right. Yeah, no. Why leapfrog?
Nunca hemos jugado desnudos a montar a caballito.
Someone out there what
If you speak Spanish
Speak
fluently, I
Spanish.
apologize in advance for that.
Right. I'm like, I'm offended for them. I'm one of those people.
Oh, shut up.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
So today, you guys, another seemingly hot topic with the people
Mhm.
is gaslighting. But it's so much about being aware when someone is doing it to you, which is important. But I feel like I was the one who did it to myself, who did it to me the most in my life. So I just wanted to yeah, shine a light on that, bring attention to ways that especially women, but people in general. I don't want to be sexisms. People don't be sexisms. People in general gaslight themselves. Yeah. So, like I remember the you still trying to put your buns in the
Oh, it's purple over here. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
I'm listening.
I hate you so much. But it was me, I was apologizing for someone else's less than stellar behavior in a situation. I was apologizing for them, and in that I was even like kind of I was invalidating the person who was hurt by that person's behavior. I had basically inserted myself and into
Lord
this.
knows, I was trying to say, so you inserted yourself.
Yes, I inserted
Mhm.
myself and was apologizing. It was like, yo, like, is this what you do? You gaslight yourself? Like, what they did was fucked up. And why are you apologizing? I was like, you know what? You're right. This is how I handle a lot of things. I always like most of the time I will blame myself and think about what I could have done
Same.
different. Even in a situation where it has nothing there was literally nothing I could have done differently, I still blame me. And yeah, I so when people come to me, I had a friend come to me asking for my opinion of something, and I immediately did to her what I do to myself. And she was like, "So I'm the problem?" And I was like, "No, actually. No, you're not." Like, but I realized my line of questioning made her feel like she was the problem. And I was like, all those questions are questions I would have asked myself. So trying to find a cute way of telling it, instead of talking around in circles.
Mm.
So, she is in, an open relationship,
Okay.
and her partner brings up their other partner a lot,
Mhm.
and, like, they're he's the hinge. They have
Yeah.
nothing to do with each other.
Mhm.
And so, she's like, "Yo, can you like our time is our time and our time together is limited because your bigger obligation is there.
Okay.
So can you reel that in?"
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, "Why does it bother you so much?"
Mhm.
Because so I realized that in a lot of our conversations, she talked about his other partner a lot, but it was because she was so frustrated that he always brought up the other partner. And so when she brought it up to me and I'm asking her like why does it bother you so much? She's like, "Wait, I'm the problem?" And I was like, No, but for some reason, I would have blamed myself in that.
Interesting. Like, why did I react to it this way? Why
Yeah.
does it bother me?
Yeah. You're fine. You okay?
Yeah, I hit the robot penis.
Not the robot penis. But what is your takeaway from that just before?
Well, as we know, mentally you and I are very similar. I think I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have asked. It depends on the friend, right? And it depends
Mhm.
on the way you communicate what's going on to me. Because if you are someone I know seems to be like always in this position, then I would be like, okay, well, why does it bother you so much? Is there a deeper reason?
Mhm.
And which is exactly what I would ask myself, like, okay, why is this getting to me first? Because
Mhm.
much like you, I look at my shit before I think about what the other
Yeah.
person is doing.
Yeah.
And then if it's a situation where all that person is doing is existing, so the other person is bringing up their other partner, their other partner, their
Mhm.
partner, and it's like, okay, well, you can't be in my bed and constantly be like, my man, my man, my man, about this whole bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I need there to be some separation.
Right,
Because I
right.
have a friend similar to that, and I've told you about this person, and
Mhm.
they always ask me, like, I don't fully understand why it's not working, or she's dating, but it's not happening. And I have yet to be able to find a nice way to be like, it's you. Like,
Mm.
it is you. The
Mm.
problem is you.
Mhm.
And there are people who don't automatically look inward. They always blame everything outside of
Outside, yeah.
themselves. So I think we are just two people who are always like, well, what could I have done to
Mhm.
fix this? And then you be like, okay, no, I've looked inside, which means I
Right.
feel okay going full force on. Let me tell you how you got me fucked up. Because I looked at
Right,
myself
right.
first.
Yeah. Yeah, and in that sometimes though, especially, in my effort to keep the peace, I will start to invalidate my own feelings and be like, "Oh, I shouldn't think this, I shouldn't feel
Yes.
this way,"
Which is why
or
you so aggressively validate the feelings of your friends. Because I would be like,
aggressive.
I don't know, I shouldn't even feel like that. Friend be like, well, don't do that. Or I'd be like, I don't even know why this bothered me. It's so stupid. You be like, don't do that
Right,
to
your
yourself.
feelings are valid.
Your feelings matter, friend.
Right, and I be the first one be like, "Man, stop being crazy," and they be like, "Don't call yourself crazy," but sometimes I am crazy, like
This back and forth is crazy. Yes. Yes.
that's literally what I be going
The
through.
back and forth is crazy.
But yeah, so I realized though, especially recently when I had to have a difficult conversation, and take a step back from a situation, I like literally slowed down and was like, "Am I fucked up?
Mhm.
Like, is this me?"
Mhm.
And made me think of my girl Tiffany. You met her, Tiffany Terry Thomas.
Tiffany texted me
Yes.
yesterday. I need to text her back.
And she has, her
Tiffany, if you're watching this, I
her
adore
book
you.
that says like "Sis, is it you?" That's called "Sis, is it you?" I was just on her show actually.
She sent it to me.
She did.
I adore Tiffany.
Yes, yes. Tiffany is the fucking best.
I adore you.
But yeah. So "Sis, is it you?" So I was sitting there and I was like, man, is this me? Like, am I so worked up over this because I am healing from something, because I'm struggling from something? Like, is this more a me issue? And I came out of it like, no, this motherfucker got me messed up. And so it was like, you are the issue.
Yeah.
I am fine.
Yeah. And doesn't it is like, once you realize it's not true, you be like, oh, hell
Yes.
has no fury like a bitch who's already looked inside. Because I thought it was me, but the problem is you.
Right?
And now I'm about to tell you about yourself.
Yeah, because I definitely was like, especially because I became hypersensitive about my mental health once I realized that had issues with anxiety. And so it's like, oh my God, I'm being too sensitive about this. I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this. So I became like sensitive to the fact that I was sensitive,
Yeah.
and started to like quiet myself a lot, until I realized like, no, you're thinking clearer than you ever have before, and that ain't right.
Yeah.
Um,
I also gaslight myself, friend. So I get it.
yes. Yeah.
You quiet yourself because sometimes it's needed, but then it's hard to figure out when it's not needed. Because I
Yes.
told you I do that thing where, like, even just hanging with like my niggas. Like we be hanging out, we be talking.
Mhm.
The other day we was all hanging at with Mon Mon. Love you, Mon
Mon
Mon.
Mon.
Hanging with Mon Bon. And the next morning I don't know what it is, but after a night with friends, even if everything's perfect, I wake up and I replay every time,
Mhm.
everything. Did I say something? Is there a possibility someone's mad at me?
Mhm.
What did I do wrong? Is there any way anybody could have been triggered or bothered by something I said, like in a
Mhm.
playful moment or whatever? And I think that comes from so many times when I was younger and you feel like everything's fine and then you find out somebody's pissed at you and you're like, "What?"
Wait,
And
right?
it comes from being around people who wouldn't like just say
Say
it.
it.
And I feel
Mhm.
like with y'all, we're all pretty good about being like, "Well, wait a minute. Hold on."
Right.
Depending on who's around. Um, but yeah, I still do that. So coming from doing that to realizing when you're quieting yourself for no reason, because in those moments I have to quiet myself because like you're worried about literally nothing.
Nothing. Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
trying to figure out
Mhm.
when to quiet yourself is difficult.
Yes, knowing when to turn that off and when it's like
Yeah.
how to pick your battles.
Mm. Pick them
Yes,
battles,
yes,
friend.
yes. Pick them battles.
I actually have done a lot of research into gaslighting because my ex told me that I was a gaslighter and that I
Ooh.
was constantly gaslighting him and invalidating his experiences.
Mhm.
And I really sat with it and I was like, am I gaslighting you? Like, am I invalidating your experience? I was like, well, I'm not invalidating your experiences because your ass be lying. Like, your experiences flat out didn't happen or they're missing certain hard truths. Like,
Mhm.
oh, you yelled at me, you said this, and this is gaslighting how I felt about this. I'm like, yeah, but you're missing the part where you fuck this person and that person and you ain't really want to talk about it. So I can't gaslight your experience because your experience is missing key chunks of truth.
Not your experiences.
It's missing
You're
the
right.
fucking
Your
obvious.
recount of the experience.
Right. You're like, well, this is my experience. It's like your experience has like a 3-hour block where your ass got missing and ain't say nothing. Your experience is a lie.
He's like, talk about before and after that. Don't
Yeah.
even think about what
Well, I didn't
happened.
don't truth at him. You know he doesn't like it.
So, yeah, the first step is like really just um recognizing the reality
Mhm.
of the what is of it, the not opinions, the actual facts
Of the situation.
of the situation. And you started like stop talking in I feel and like start speaking in what
Actually
actually
happened.
happens to like help break down things. Cause I mean, if you take emotion and feelings out of it and get to the root, I know I'll be driving, I'll be driving to here crazy. I'd be like, no, I don't want to ever repeat this. So let's get to the root of the situation.
The
Like
rural
the root
situation.
of the situation. Um, yeah. So get to the root of it and find out like what's actually happening and speaking actuals and facts.
Actual
Yeah,
factuals.
actual factuals. Wasn't that a lyric in a song? Actual.
Probably.
Um,
Actual factual.
and another part that's difficult is the observing, like without judgment. You still got to stay biased in it when dealing with yourself because you want you want to lean towards how you feel and less towards the facts of a situation or you're so caught up in how you feel and not paying attention to what's actually happening like
That's what therapists are for.
like I used to be told all the time it's not what you say it's how you say it and it's like but focus on what I'm saying because that's the part I need you to hear. I'm just really upset.
Yeah.
But focus on the message.
But for them, it's like their perception of the tone
Yeah.
completely erases everything that's being said. Because it's like, well, you coming at me. It's like, all I said was this, but it's the way you said it. Okay, but you heard what I said, right? I get that.
Yeah.
That's like one of those phrases my mother used to say to me, and to this day, it's still just right up under my skin. It's the way you said it, but I said what I said.
Get over yourself.
Ugh.
Um
Anybody even talk to you nice when you being a terror?
yes, and reframing those self-defeating things, those narratives that you tell yourself. The um like how I feel this way. I'm hurt because I'm too sensitive, or um
Mhm.
but when you look at it from a holistic point of view, and it's like, no, the any human would be hurt by something like this.
Mhm.
I even get to the point where I be like, am I explaining it wrong? Is that why they don't understand? So maybe I need to like
Whew.
scale it back and explain it differently. Cause I'm like, cause once you understand, then you have to understand,
How
right?
you got me fucked up. I do that shit with Ed so much. I'll be like, okay, let me walk it back and explain it a totally different way. Because then you'll see.
Right.
And he'd be like, no. I'm like, I'm trying to help you understand that I'm right.
Yes.
But
Or
also helps is to put one of y'all in my shoes. If I reimagine a situation with one of my friends, it is so much easier for me to get to the point. Because if
really.
it's not about me, it's easier for me to be like, okay, now wait a minute. If this was
Mm.
Farron or if this was
Mhm.
Mon and this was her and him and this same thing happened, I would be telling her like, hell no. Like, or I'd be
Mm.
like, bitch, you're wrong. And sometimes I had a moment I'm like, damn, I'm wrong. It's me. The problem is
The
me.
problem
Because
is
that helps
me.
me remove like all my prejudices, all my prior experiences,
Mhm.
all my feelings about the situation. And then it's like, if Farron told you she said this to Tahir and they were having this conversation, what would you tell Farron? Like, I would tell her she was wrong. God damn it, I'm wrong. All right. Moving on.
Oh my god. I don't think about that. I be
So much
thinking of,
easier.
like, other scenarios that other people in our lives have been in, so I
Mhm.
could be like, "See, when this happened, it's a lot like this, right? And then she responded like this, right? So, as you see, I am not alone in responding this
I
way
just did that yesterday.
because, like, do you get it? You
I
see
just did this
the
yesterday.
alignment?
Amani and Farron said this, which is why I said this. So, because he was like, what did the girls say? And I was like, well, we all feel like this. So that's 3 to your 1 about this. So what do you think now? He's like, well, if the girls also feel that way, then maybe maybe you need to adjust just a tad. Thank you. It's
Yes.
helpful to have friends too that like your partner trusts and understands. It's like, all right, well, if they feel that way, I guess I can see that there's common knowledge there. And I'm like, yes,
Right, yeah.
yes, yes.
Yep. And I even be having to go back sometimes and, when it's something that I responded, uh I could have responded in a better way.
Mm.
And I'll be like, yo, I talked to Io and she told me like, nah, bitch, I can see the other side of this. Like, bitch, you ain't making no sense. I go back to him and be like, okay, so Io said I wasn't making no sense.
I'm like,
Io said, so I'm sorry.
but listen, I do the same thing to his ass. I'm like, now you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. I'm not even gonna play with you. Get off my phone, boy. You know you're wrong. Get off my phone. You don't call me with that shit. You know you was wrong.
Oh
He
my
be like,
God.
let me explain.
Go
And then at
ahead.
the end of the explanation, I'll be like, no, you still wrong.
No,
Like, what? I
no.
heard you. I'm here for you, but no.
No, this is the exact same thing you said the first time when I said you was wrong.
Yeah.
You still wrong.
Yeah.
Like, oh, got it.
Yeah. You're just wrong with more context now. Even if I could see how you got there, you still wrong.
Yeah. Oh my God. That reminded me of the hug me first question we was asked. Never mind. Okay, so
Weird.
yes, you can look inward without invalidating your feelings is the whole thing. Invalidating your feelings, your experience, your points. Your point can be valid and still be incorrect for the situation. Like, so yeah, actually shining that light on yourself, but not quieting yourself. You ain't crazy,
Mm-mm.
no
And
matter how
sometimes what you're
much.
quieting is your intuition. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just know some shit ain't right, and you don't have to have all the pretty words for it to be like, I just feel like this isn't right, and maybe I just
Hmm.
need to put a pin in this until I can really sit with it. But like, I'm not fucking with it.
Right, right. So,
Otherwise, you invalidate yourself into a 7-year relationship, and then you gaslight yourself. Then you gaslit yourself.
and yeah, yeah. So let this be a lesson, kids.
Don't do it. Do not gaslight yourself.
Yes. Or others, but definitely not yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, friend, for joining me another week for more to the story. I appreciate it.
Yeah, another week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another yes. Go with it.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day again, you guys. Do you anything coming up you want to share for
Mother's Day is no. I don't know what's
this?
if you follow me on Instagram, at some point I will be talking about a show I'm on that's coming out.
Yes, follow her at Chef Ayo Cherry.
Yes, soon to be changed. We just have to decide what.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. You can Google Ayo Cherry.
Yes,
I'm the only one.
Google me, baby.
Yeah. It pops up.
Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense. You're the only one. No one else has.
But
that
no,
name.
there's a music group named Ayo, and they have a song, and the first 2 words starts with cherry, and it's really, really fucking annoying.
Really,
it's really annoying because they're really messing up my SEO. But it's fine. If you do Chef Ayo Cherry on Google, it's me, up and down. Yes.
Gotcha,
Even my
gotcha.
MySpace pops up, but it doesn't open. Thank God.
13-year-old ayahuasca cherry. Alrighty. So yes, you guys, this has been another great episode of More to the Story. I am Farron Moore.
I am Ayo Moore.
And catch Tahir out there in them streets on tour.
Yeah. Buy him a shot.
KevOnStage.com has the tour schedule. So go
Shout out to
there, buy your
Kev.
tickets. He coming somewhere near you.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you, More Mob, for pulling up. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.